Welcome to AFSPA Talks, a production of the American Foreign Service Protective Association. Each month, we deliver informative health and wellness topics you want to know about, so make sure to subscribe to us on your preferred podcast platform. And if you have any questions about content discussed in this episode, ask them at AFSPA Live, our live Q&A session streaming every last Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on youtube.com/AFSPA Cares. Now here's your host, Chief Executive Officer Kyle Longton.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of AFSPA Talks. This is Kyle Longton, and along with me is...
Maddie Norton.
Maddie, it's December 8th when this episode is coming out. You know what that means?
It is the last day of open season.
The last day! And that means make your changes today if you are hearing this on December 8th. If not, it's too late.
It is too late.
Now, are we talking about open season today?
No.
If people want to hear about open season on this very last day, what can they do?
We have so many podcast episodes for you to listen to. So definitely go and look at those
or go back.
Yes, go back.
All of our November episodes. Go back and listen to them.
All open season related. And
yes.
If you want to watch more open season content, we have a recording of AFSPA Live from November that you could watch on our YouTube channel at AFSPA Cares.
So good. We can have some links in the show notes about that. But go back. Also go to our YouTube page for so many other resources.
Yep.
But we're wrapping up the year.
We are.
We have this episode. I'm not sure if we're going to have another episode this year.
I know this might be the final episode of 2025.
Yeah, but you know what? But we're not done yet.
We're not done yet. Yeah,
we're not done. Open season's ending today, but we're not done. What else is going on this month, Maddie?
All right. So today, when this is being released, it is December 8th, and tomorrow on December 9th, we are having a financial wellness checkup with our partners at Prudential, and that is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can schedule a meeting with a financial advisor and discuss your finances, especially as the holidays are coming up. So if you're looking into that, you can go to aspa.org/events and register there. And then our final AFSPA Live of the year is on December 18th, right before the holidays. So just make sure if you have any questions that you look out for the form to submit your questions to, or you just join us live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on the 18th. And me and Kyle will be there and we'll be ready to discuss whatever we want to.
And exactly, we welcome all questions. We're working on a guest possibly, or it may just be us talking about end of the year. Right. So join us. It's always a fun time. Or go back and watch the recording of it afterward if you can't join us live.
Yes.
But we're also continuing to focus. Yes, open season's over. It's been a mad dash. We've had a lot of information out there, webinars at all hours, the podcast episodes, video recordings, AFSPA Live. But we're not done yet with that either. And our goal is to continue providing some resources for our members and resources that may be particularly useful this time of year, including some programs that might be underutilized, which I think is a good description for today's focus. And I'll just note that mental health, which is our general focus today, has been at the center of our efforts with AFSPA Talk since our very first episode. So if you're traveling this holiday season, you need something, go back into our library. More than 100 episodes. Go back to that very first one. It's over an hour. It will carry you through a couple states, depending on where you are in the country. But go back to that very first episode, talking about mental health and really removing the stigma around talking about mental health. And so we're continuing that focus today by highlighting a program for mental health, and that's specifically available for members outside the United States, where it can be incredibly difficult to access mental health care locally.
Absolutely.
So today, AFSPA Talks Lyra Health. They're our partners.
Yes.
We're going to find out exactly what Lyra Health is. They were a new partner in 2025, still available going into 2026. And to tell us more about Lyra Health, we're happy to welcome a guest. And Maddie, can you tell us who that is?
I can. Our guest today is Karen Munson. She's with Lyra Health, and she's AFSPA's Customer Success Manager. Karen started her career in higher education, and in December 2019, she became an EAP coordinator for her NYS agency. And Karen found her calling in helping and supporting others. And she joined Lyra in November 2022 and is honored to support her customers, their employees, and family members. So we are so excited to have her today and to learn all about Lyra Health.
Let's get to it. And Karen, welcome to AFSPA Talks.
Thank you so much for welcoming to the show. Really delighted to be with you today.
We're glad to have you here with us. And to start us off, just in case no one is familiar with Lyra, what is Lyra Health?
So Lyra is AFSPA's partner in delivering evidence-based mental health care that supports employee and family member well-being. Lyra is a leading global mental health care benefit, and our goal here at Lyra is to help members find care quickly to feel better faster.
And I love that. And we've actually looked at Lyra for a year before we really signed on and got this benefit available to members starting in 2025 and going forward now. And I just want to be clear for our listeners that FSBP has partnered with Lyra for support for members outside the US. Lyra is not an option available at this time to members in the US. So overseas members, this is the solution for you. And so let me ask, Karen, how does Lyra Health work for our members?
Absolutely. So we invite members to start by registering an account at fsbp.lyrahealth.com. We also have the Lyra Health app available on both the Apple and the Android app stores. The registration process takes just a couple of minutes. Members will start by inputting an email address that they prefer to use. Then they'll need to validate that email address. Lyra will send them an email. They'll click on that link. It'll take them back to the setup process. They'll create their profile with their first and last name, their date of birth, and their country of residence. And this is the same process available globally. So now once a member has registered, they have the ability to search for care within our platform. And this process takes about 5 minutes. Members will answer questions about what and how often they are experiencing these particular symptoms. Based on their answers, they'll be matched to a number of counselors who specialize in those specific topics. Members will be able to review the counselors' biographies and book their first appointment online. Now, for those who prefer to call in and speak with someone live, we have a 24/7 central clinical team, our Global Connect team, who are well versed in the employment details of AFSPA employees. That phone number is listed on our website. Also to mention, our Global Connect team is available via live chat as well. Please know that these are actual counselors that you're speaking to, and this is not a chatbot.
That is so important these days, to know that you're actually connecting with a live person. Um,
Absolutely. And I know, at least when we talk to members out in like health fairs and stuff, I try to tell them that, like, especially when they call for something, that they're getting a real human and not a little wait line. So that's even great to hear that our partners are doing that as well. Um, and just for members who are new to this, what does the process kind of look like? How is care delivered when they sign up for Lyra Health? Is it, coaching sessions? Are you sitting down with a therapist? How's that work?
Sure. So looking at, so I think I'll speak to our counselor's qualifications
Sure.
first. So we
Because
look at
that's
that.
important, very important.
Yeah, very important. So they are at minimum master's degree level who have at least 3 to 5 years experience prior to being a part of Lyra's network. And so this standard is the same whether you are calling for in the moment support or having structured counseling sessions. All of our counselors meet that we'll say minimum threshold. Our counselors are then accredited within their own home country in-country governance board, and they adhere to all of the in-country standards to uphold their licensure. I've also had the question from members about, how the counseling process works in general. So if members search for care online, the first appointment with their counselor will be an intake appointment. So please expect that the questions that were asked during intake will be re-asked during this first meeting with your counselor so that they can gauge where you are and how your care journey will follow in real time. Sometimes we find that when members are going through the digital symptom assessment online, they may be feeling a little bit different or maybe new issues have cropped up. So that first assessment with their counselor will really capture all of that. So if members then call or email for care, the intake questions will be asked during that first live discussion with one of our counselors. Also to say during intake, our counselors will advise of a treatment plan, and this is a number of sessions that they believe will be needed to graduate from care. Please know that this number of sessions is not set in stone. Instead, it is a guide to monitor your progress.
I think that's an important thing to know going in. Also to know that you filled out a questions in advance. You're going to go over them again because I think sometimes people are like, why am I doing this? And to know that there is reason behind it. It's not just they're not looking at the answers. They have it there. They absolutely are looking at it. They're just checking on where things are right now. Um, I think one of the things that our members run into is maybe sometimes they're in one country and maybe they're connecting with a provider in another country. And so I'm curious with Lyra Health, how does that work? Are members connecting with counselors who are specifically licensed in the country where that member is resident?
That's a wonderful question. And so, yes, I'll say, similar to the United States, where counseling guidelines are governed by each state, globally, yes, each country has their own counseling guidelines as well. So usually members will be connected to a counselor who reside in the same country. Now, of course, you just heard me say usually, so there are nuances to this as well. So if an AFSPA member is required to move to different countries, we can support that as well. Please know that the country you currently reside in may have different regulations than the country you will be moving to. And so our clinicians can help with this. So whether it's the ability to keep your same counselor, or we can help connect you to work with a new counselor, meeting those regulations with the new country that you're moving into. Again, just to say there's each situation is unique, yet we are here to support you every step of the way.
And for members who are seeking counseling, is it through telephone? Is it through video chat? Can they go to someone in person?
Oh, great question. So members can talk with someone 24/7 via phone or chat with our Global Connect team. Now, if someone is seeking structured counseling, they have the option to have those sessions either telephonically, over a video chat, or in person.
I think our members are often dealing with a number of different challenges and they're often taking the whole family may be overseas with them, right?
Mm.
So I guess I'm going to ask sort of a combined question is sort of like why might somebody turn to Lyra? Essentially, what diagnoses can be treated? And what is it just individual? Is there couple or family counseling available? What how might members approach Lyra and why might they approach it?
Sure. So I think the second part of your question, yes, Lyra does offer individual and couple counseling.
Okay.
Now, common reasons why someone would reach out. So I'll list maybe the top few reasons here. We have anxiety, work-related stress, relationship and family issues. Maybe they're having feelings of overwhelm or depression, sadness. Maybe they're having trouble relaxing, fatigue, sleep issues, parenting support, and a whole lot more. Other questions, that we have bubbled up recently. I do want to say Lyra can support individuals with ADHD and autism.
Hmm.
Please know that Lyra does not offer a clinical diagnosis of these conditions. We can signpost you, though, to specialists who can diagnose, but Lyra can offer that mental well-being care during the process. We just cannot actually offer that diagnosis. Similarly, Lyra does not offer medication management. If this is needed, Lyra can signpost you to an external provider.
Good to know. One of the challenges our members sometimes run into with accessing care outside the US is the limits on age, specifically if they're under 18. So does Lyra offer care only to those over the age of 18?
This is a wonderful point. Thank you so much for bringing this up. So, yes, Lyra abides by every country's governmental regulations with minimum ages of care. For most places, the minimum age of care is 12.
Hmm.
However, some countries in Latin America, the minimum age is 14, and in the Nordic countries, the minimum age is 18. If you have questions, please do reach out to our clinical team and they will be able to guide with the specific circumstance that you're met with right now. I will say as well that if it is a case that Lyra is not able to provide counseling due to the age of care, please know our counselors can signpost to external resources within your home country.
I love that. The ability to not just provide the virtual care, but also other options that are out there. And I guess that sort of sets up my next question, which is obviously Lyra's offering a lot to people, including external resources, but maybe are there other resources that Lyra offers to FSBP members besides counseling?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, I'll promote the fsbp.lyrahealth.com. So creating your account and logging in, navigate over to library. And here members will find our live events, they'll find courses, meditations, breathing exercises, and soundscapes. Now, within courses, members will find topics including, and not limited to, managing stress, improving sleep, coping with crisis, and so much more. Each of these topics has a series of articles, videos, and mindfulness activities. And all of these courses are free and available 24/7.
That's incredible, especially if you've, been through therapy before and just need a quick refresher or you're triggered by something and, need a little breathing technique or something to read through to help you out. I think that's great. And with that being said, I know many people have trouble during the holidays, whether it's dealing with being away from family, being with family, or something else. Even if you're going back to where you grew up and, that can bring up things. Do you have any general recommendations to help people through what might be a difficult time of the year?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll start with a personal note from my heart to all of your listeners. I would say the grace and patience that you give to others, from your family members to your coworkers to anyone that you interact with, please remember that that grace and patience you give to others to give to yourself as well. This can be a very challenging time of year between meeting work year-end goals to working through the holidays, expectations of others. Value and honor your own self-worth. I have to remind myself that asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. And consider it a gift for others to realize their own awesome potential by having the ability to step into a place to support amazing you. And of course, with Lyra, Lyra's counselors are here to help 24/7 by phone and live chat. Also consider that within the fsbp.lyrahealth.com under library, look at our upcoming events, sign up for a webinar, or join a discussion session of a topic that resonates with you. We have a few options relating to the holiday season and year-end activities that may interest you.
I love that. And you can do that at any time, as you said before. So it's available whenever you need it. And there's support there as well. Karen, you've given us so much information today. Is there anything else that you would add for our members who might want to learn more about Lyra Health or maybe hearing about it for the first time?
Yeah, thank you so much. Just to say, our goal here at Lyra is to help members feel better, faster, with expert clinicians who provide evidence-based care. Again, I would please consider creating an account at fsbp.lyrahealth.com and explore our vast library of well-being resources. And also, again, just to say from my heart, it's an honor to serve you and this population. And just thank you so very much for this opportunity.
Karen, thank you. And thank you to all your colleagues at Lyra for all that you're doing for our members around the world.
Thank you.
Foreign Service Benefit Plan members can access Lyra Health by downloading the Lyra Health mobile app in the App Store or Google Play Store, or by visiting fsbp.lyrahealth.com. You can also click on the link in the show notes. Additionally, you have the option of calling +44 888-3300241-021. If you go to lyrahealth.com and are asked for your sponsoring organization, please enter FSBP. This has been AFSPA Talks, a production of the American Foreign Service Protective Association. All information offered in this podcast is meant to be educational. The views expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily represent AFSPA. Should there be any discrepancy between information offered in this podcast and official plan documents for the Foreign Service Benefit Plan or other products offered by AFSPA, the policy provisions will prevail. Thanks for listening, and be sure to follow or subscribe to AFSPA Talks on your favorite podcast app to catch our next episode. Please rate and review us and share feedback with us on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Search for @AFSPA Cares. We'll talk again soon.
Thanks for listening to this episode of AFSPA Talks. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss an episode. If you have any follow-up questions about the topics in this episode, join our AFSPA Live Q&A session on the last Thursday of every month. We will be streaming live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/AFSPA Cares. Thanks for listening.